you've recently moved to the UK or if you're considering moving there, you'll need to know how to open a bank account. There are a couple of things you need to think about. What bank is the best option for you? What opening your new account might cost? And what documents you have available. Documentation is something quite a few people struggle with. If you're new to the UK, you may not have all the documents you need to start a new bank account in the UK, like proof of address. In this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about opening a new account with a UK bank, including how to get around the tricky documentation issue many expats struggle with. Opening a bank account in the UK is fairly easy to do these days. It can be done online or in branch, depending on what you prefer, but most people find opening a bank account online to be the most convenient. Before you get started, you'll need to think about what bank you'd like to sign up with. There are several large trustworthy banks in the UK that offer different things to their customers. Among the biggest banks are Barclays, HSBC, NatWest and Lloyds. These banks all offer free basic accounts that will be enough to handle your everyday banking needs, and they're fairly easy to set up. Alongside these traditional banks, there are several great options for neobanks in the UK. These are banks that are only digital. Revolut and Monzo are among the most popular neobanks at the moment, and many international people find these virtual banks both convenient and easy to use. Wise is another popular option for online banking, trusted by over 10 million users worldwide. No matter what bank you decide to go with in the end, you should make sure you do your research to find out what bank is the right choice for you. You should be aware of the costs that come with opening a bank account in the UK. Though the major banks offer basic accounts at no monthly cost or setup fee, there may be costs associated with your new account that you should be prepared for. For example, you might be subject to high overdraft charges, unfair ATM fees, and high fees for sending money abroad. Many banks make a considerable profit from charging high fees for overdrafts, so you should be careful to check the overdraft terms and conditions at the different banks. Withdrawing money from an ATM is free of charge if you're using one of your bank's own ATMs, but some ATMs are not free to use and can charge as much as £3 per transaction. Be sure to choose an ATM that belongs to your bank, or check whether the ATM you're considering using is free to use. Many people find that sending money abroad can be a huge drain on their finances because a lot of banks charge high fees for each transaction, and the cost can really add up if you send money abroad regularly. A lot of the big UK banks offer international accounts that are tailor-made for people who are moving to the UK and won't have proof of address in the UK yet. While this can be a great option for a lot of people, these accounts unfortunately ask for a large deposit on setting up the account and also involve committing to paying a set amount of money every month. Besides, the banks may charge a monthly fee for the account, and they may also force you to stay with the bank for a set amount of time before closing your account to switch to a better option. You should make sure you pick a bank and an account type that suits you and your needs well, and keep costs in mind. When you've done your research and decided on the bank you'd like to get started with, it's time to get your paperwork ready. If you'd like to open a UK bank account, you'll need a couple of documents proving your identity and your current address so that the banks can confirm your identity. You'll need your passport or driver's license for this, or if you're an EU national, you can use an official identity card. In addition to your photo ID, you'll need to provide proof of address. This has to be an official document, and different banks have different requirements for the proof of address you supply. Generally, the document you provide will have to be a tenancy agreement, a utility bill that was issued within the last 3 months, a council tax bill, or a recent bank or credit card statement. If you're new to the UK, you likely don't have these documents yet. Luckily, a lot of banks offer some flexibility when it comes to your proof of address. Some banks will accept alternative documents such as a letter from your employer, a letter from your university admission office if you're a student, or a letter that confirms your national insurance number. Another option is to update your correspondence address at your current bank to your UK address before moving to the UK. You can then receive a bank statement to your UK address by post, which will prove that you were living at that address. Some people may find it difficult to provide a proof of address in the UK to open their bank account, and they also may be worried about unfair charges or expense associated with their account and sending money abroad. If you find yourself in that situation, Wise's borderless multi-currency account may be a great option for you. With this free account, you can set up a modern bank account that makes it easy to send and receive money internationally without unnecessary unfair fees and exchange rates. This can be especially useful for you as an expat because it'll save you money and make sure you get the most bang for your buck. Most banks actually set their own rates to make a profit, so when you're sending money back home, they'll hide hefty fees within the exchange rates. Those charges are on top of the commission they charge upfront, so the total you spend on each transaction ends up being much more than it needs to be. Wise only uses the real mid-market exchange rate, which is the only fair rate out there. If you'd like to find out more about Wise's borderless account, just click on the link in the description below. If you have any thoughts or questions about how to open a bank account in the UK or about Wise, feel free to comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this.